What's the hardest thing you've ever had to say no to? At 25, I was finally okay. Like, actually okay. I had my own apartment, a job I didn't hate, and I'd been seeing the same therapist for 3 years. My life wasn't perfect, but it was mine. And that mattered, because for 16 years, nothing felt like mine. My dad raised me alone. My mom left when I was 2, just gone one day. No note, no calls after. Everyone thought he was some kind of hero. Single father, worked 2 jobs, kept his daughter fed and in school. But nobody saw what happened when the door closed. The yelling started when I was 7. By 10, I learned which floorboards creaked so I could avoid him when he was in a mood. At 13, I started sleeping with my dresser pushed against my bedroom door. And at 16, I packed one bag, walked out during his night shift, and never looked back. I crashed with friends, finished high school from a couch, got emancipated at 17, worked doubles at a grocery store, and paid for community college 1 class at a time. It took years, but I rebuilt everything. And the best part? He wasn't in any of it. Then my phone rang on a Tuesday morning. It was a nurse from Mercy General. My father was in kidney failure, some rare genetic thing that basically shuts your organs down if untreated. He needed a transplant, and he needed it fast. They'd already checked the registry. I was the only match left. If you decline, she said, there's no backup plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? I understood perfectly. If I said no, he'd die. I didn't answer right away. I just sat there in my car outside the grocery store, staring at my steering wheel, trying to breathe. The nurse gave me 48 hours to decide. That's when my phone exploded. Aunt Beverly, who I hadn't heard from since I was 12, sent me a 5-paragraph text about family and forgiveness. My cousin Dan called me selfish. Another relative I barely remembered sent me a Facebook message that just said, he's still your father. My favorite was from some church lady who didn't even know me. She said, God is watching your heart right now. I blocked most of them, but the messages kept coming. My therapist told me I didn't owe him anything. My best friend Chloe said she'd support whatever I chose. But everyone else? They acted like I was holding a gun to his head. I decided to visit him once. Just once. I don't even know why. Maybe I needed to see him weak. Maybe I wanted to feel something other than rage. When I walked into that hospital room, I barely recognized him. He'd lost at least 40 pounds. His skin looked gray. There were tubes everywhere. And when he saw me, his eyes got wide, like he couldn't believe I was real. He didn't apologize, didn't ask how I'd been. He just looked at me and said, please. 1 word. That's all he gave me. After everything, after the bruises I covered with long sleeves, after the time he screamed at me so hard I threw up in the school bathroom, after he told me I'd end up just like my mother, worthless and alone, he thought 1 word would be enough. I stared at him for a long time, and then I said, no. His face changed. Confusion first, then anger, then something that almost looked like fear. He tried to speak, but I was already walking out. I heard him call my name once, but I didn't stop. I got in my car, drove home, and called the hospital that night. I told them I was declining, that I wasn't a donor, that they needed to take me off the list. The nurse sounded surprised. She asked if I was sure. I said yes. He died 3 days later. I didn't go to the funeral. I didn't send flowers. I didn't post anything online. I just went to therapy twice that week instead of once and let myself feel everything. The guilt, the relief, the anger that even in death he still took up space in my head. Aunt Beverly sent me a message afterward. She said I'd have to live with this forever, that I chose to let him die, that it would eat me alive.